Hello friends and family, it's Sandy from Sandy's Left-Handed Crafts, and I'm here today to share with you part 4, which is the completion of the photo book that we've been making in the last 3 videos. This is the paper pack that I used. It was from Michaels. I bought it for $6. And it's regularly $20. Don't pay $20. Please don't pay $20. Either use a 40% coupon or wait. They often have them on sale for $6 or 75% off or 70%. I don't know. Michaels plays their games. But anyway, this is the paper pad that I used, and you'll notice that the papers are not real Christmassy, but more just wintry. Here's some cut aparts. These are 6x6. This is one of the first pages that we used in our book. I used this paper in my photo book. I used this paper in my photo book. I don't think I used that. I know I used the sweaters. I know I used the snowflakes because I just love them. They were so pretty with the hearts and everything. I don't think I used... yes, I did. I did use a couple of the strips. This strip here you'll find in my book because I ripped something and I needed to cover it up. So I used a strip or a border. That's what they're typically used for. I don't know. Did I take all my cut aparts out? I guess I did. Oh, there it is. This is a set of cut aparts. I have them. Got them out of this paper pack also. And I just love the snowman and the snow globes. This was a very cute paper to work with. But this project can be done with any paper that you want to use. Maybe you want to use pinks and purples and unicorn for a little girl. Or you want to do a travel one and you find like some Paris paper or some just Bon Voyage travel paper. Perfect kind of paper to use for this. So that's my paper pad. I'm going to move that out of the way. This is my book. There's no place like home. Now I live in South Carolina, so if it snows down here, everything closes down. And the best bet is just to stay inside until it turns green again outside. White freaks them out. So, I don't know if this book's for me. I think I'm going to give it to a friend. I have someone in mind. But anyways, when you open up my book, if you remember, I used a cracker box for my cover. It was just a cracker box about so big, and I cut it down. I used the side of the cracker box as my spine of my book, and the front and back as my front and back of my cover. I covered them in papers. If you notice here, I did some distressing with some Distress Oxide ink this is from Ranger, but I think everybody knows his name is escaping me right now, but we love Tim Holtz. Tim Holtz got us started on this Distress Oxide, but I used that to kind of distress my cover. I used one of these little blender tools and just kind of darkened it up on the edges to give it some depth. My spine, I still haven't put what I want as a title on for my spine yet. I think I'm going to leave it blank. I just love this paper. It's so pretty. But anyways, Remember, we made our pages and then we glued them together, and we basically have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sections that we put in, and we divided the width in the back of it to fit the spine of the book or the box. So I actually have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 pages in my book with 5 sections. And you may not think that's much, but you'll be amazed at what I can get in this little book. Remember, I made my hinge kind of a floater. That was so that when I open up my book, I can lay it flat like this. See? And if that was all glued down, it would pull apart, it would tear, it'd do all kinds of things. And so I did have a problem back here because my hinge was floating. I wrote some things on the cardboard and you could see the cardboard. So I took a little paint and I just dabbed some paint in there, the green paint, and covered that up so it wouldn't look rough. And then put my pages together, and with the paper that I put in here, when I cut apart these pages, I used the extra that I cut off of them to make flips and flaps. And that's what you'll find here on my first page. So there's the cute little snowman. I just think he's adorable. I have the possibility I could put a little text box up here if I shrunk it down and made it longer. I would just cut it out of an index card to make a little text box. If you layer it, it'll bring more attention to it. So I could put a little something here, or maybe a little photo. I don't know. But many things could be done. But he's so cute, I probably will leave him alone. But I have a nice spot here for a photo. I've got a little text box here to kind of introduce someone, if they were looking at this, to say, oh, this is Sandy's book. It's from Christmas whatever, or from winter 2019. Whatever I end up writing there, it's up to you. I kind of put a little flap on here with some tape. Washi tape. We all love washi tape. And I flip that up, and I have a spot here for a large photo and another large photo, or a large text box. Whatever I decide I want to put in there. It's all up to you. But this is the bare bones. When I glued my pages together, I made some slots in between the pages, and this is a little booklet that I made that I could write little information about maybe what presents I got for Christmas, or what maybe I went on a ski trip, or I've got a little ticket stub. I might stick that in there. It's not something everybody want to see, but I might want to look back on it, so I stick that in there, and I made this little slot. On this side, I call these flaps because they open like a book. So this is my flap. I made some squares and things. Now, along with this, when I made all of my little flips and flaps, I also made a bunch of what I call photo mats. I stair stepped them. So this is 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. 3 1/2 by 3 1/2, and I have red and green. 3 1/2 by 3 1/2. And where did I stick that one? Oh, there it is. That one goes with this. They're all mixed up. And then these ones, oh, I don't know where I wrote it. Well, if you look down here at my mat, they are 1, 2, 3 inches and 3/4. So 3 3/4 by 3 3/4. So those are all just different little mats that either I or the person that I would be giving this book to can use to mat photos or text boxes. I also included some large 4.5 by 6 inch mats. If you're going to put a 4 by 6 photo in here, you're not going to be able to use a mat because it's like 4 by 6.5 tall is what my book is. So those are my photo mats that I made, and I've set them aside. You can mat a photo here, you could put a photo here, you could put a text box here. It doesn't matter. It's all up to you and how you want to do it. This is your project and this is mine. So a photo, a note, and this page I glued it on this side, and this side, so I would have a slot here in the top. And in the top they kind of look like bookmarks. And if you see this little stamp, I used these stamps here from the Dollar Tree. They came in a little package. I've got 8 of them here for $1, and they're just cute little stamps to add a little something to your book. I also used some ribbon and a bead so this wouldn't fall all the way down in. I wouldn't lose it. Here's the sweater layout. This was the center of my book. This is the 3rd page in. And as you can see, there's lots of room there. Here you could put a huge photo and another photo, more photo or text. And the way I did this, I did a flip and a flap together. So here's my flap and here's my flip, and it flips up and there's a photo. Now if I wanted to, and I could have done it with my flap and then my flip. So it doesn't matter. It's all in how you want to do it. Then this here, I put a photo mat in there. And there's places for more writing or photos. Season's greetings and photos. But can you see how much you can get in this one little 5-page book, or 5-section, 10 pages? When you add the extra flips and flaps, it doubles and triples your page. So, and then on the back, I did sign it. I wrote on the back here, made by Sandy Brom, and then I put the date that I finished it. I finished it on the 5th. It's been sitting around for 10 days for me to get to making this video, but anyway, that is my book. And it wasn't very hard. It was quite simple. A lot of straight line cutting, so it's really easy to make. And remember those cut aparts? I used those to decorate some places in my book. There's a cut apart, there's a cut apart, there's a cut apart, there's a cut apart, there's a cut apart. But I had a whole bunch of extra cut aparts left over too. So I'm going to include these with my little package whenever I give this to whoever, or if I use it. I'm going to keep these with it so I can use them to decorate where I don't have photos or where I don't have writing, and I just want to add a little something cute. That's what these are for. So I'm packaging this up to give to someone, and so I'm going to put all these photo mats together and these cut aparts and the book, and I'm going to put it in here, and I'm going to give it to a friend. Oh, I didn't mention the little gems. I put some little red gems there. You can find these at the Dollar Tree for $1. You get a whole sheet of them. They're very fun to play with. I picked up at Walmart this little tape runner. It's the Elmer's brand. Elmer's is usually a good brand, so I picked it up. It was $1.49 for this little tape runner. And I'm going to include that in the package because I don't know if the person I'm sending this to, if they've ever put photos in a book like this before, but this is great. It's acid-free, Linigan-free, so it shouldn't harm my photos. And I'm going to use this just as a gift. So it's not much. I have $6 in the paper, and as you can see, I still have a huge bunch of paper left. So let's estimate maybe I spent $3 in paper. I also used cardstock like this that you get at Michael's, and they have very good deals where they have like, you can get 5 packages of 50 or 75 pieces of cardstock for $10 or 5 for $10, so they're like $2 each. I have a bunch of that laying around, and that's because I'm a crafter. But my friend doesn't have that, so I made her all these little photo mats to go with her book to use as she likes. I hope I've not been too confusing. My brain has been really scattered around lately because I think of all the tension going on in our world right now with government shutdowns and walls and just all the things that are going on. They affect me and my heart and my mind, and so I get a little scatterbrained. But anyway, that is my project. I hope I've shared enough. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a question down in my comments, and if I notice the comment, I promise you I will try to reply. And that's my little photo book out of a cracker box and paper. And $1.50. So really, I've got less than $10 in this book. But I think it's a gift worth much, much more. So I hope you all are having a fantastic day and that 2019 has been treating you well. I cannot believe we are already halfway through January. Isn't that scary? February's coming. I think next week we're going to probably do something with Valentine's or with love, or I don't know, but we're going to keep it open. So I hope you'll come back next Thursday and see what I'm doing on Sandy's Left-Handed Crafts. Please, if you would, subscribe to my channel. It lets me know that you're out there and that you're interested in what I'm doing. If you comment, that really makes my heart bubble over because you've connected with me, and I appreciate that. If you ring the little bell next to the subscribe button, YouTube will send you an email and say, hey, Sandy just uploaded a new video, and you'll be one of the first ones to see it. So that's about it. Love y'all, and we'll see you on the flip side. Bye-bye.